Hello and welcome to TTV News with some latest event in TayNinhTV province. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Ministries of Agriculture and Rural Development, the country's rice production is expected to reach 43 million tons this year, with this output ensuring domestic consumption and export demands of more than 8 million tons.
In order to ensure the export of more than 8 million tons of rice, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development will closely monitor meteorological and hydrological weather conditions to direct appropriate cropping seasons and structure. The sector directs the care and harvesting of summer-autumn rice in the southern provinces. Northern provinces focus on taking care of winter-spring rice, paying special attention to ensuring water sources for rice production in the north-central provinces. In the first 4 months of the year, rice exports reached 3.23 million tons, up 11.7%, with more than $2 billion, up 36.5% over the same period last year. The 2024 Southern Friendship Festival takes place from May 24 to 26 at One World Moon Square in Seoul, a global event honoring diverse cultures from around the world. With the theme Seoul and the World Rule Culture, the festival attracts the participation of representative agencies and people from over 70 countries currently living, working, and studying in Korea, including Vietnam. The Vietnamese food booth introduced dishes that are very familiar to Korean people, such as beef pho and fried spring rolls. In particular, beef pho has a balanced flavor between beef pho noodles, combined with spices, contributing to stimulating the sense of smell and taste of diners. It is the delicious flavor of beef pho and fried spring rolls that has impressed many Korean and international diners.
Ladies and gentlemen, the TayNinhTV Provincial Center for Disease Control reported that the province has just recorded 2 more deaths due to rabies. Specifically, the first patient name is HND, 19 years old, residing in Trường Phú Hamlet, Thu Nông Commune, Hoa Thanh Town. He was bitten by a dog on his right palm at his workplace on February 10, 2024. By May 17, the patient had symptoms of hydrophobia, experiencing convulsion and difficult breathing every time he drank water. On the morning of May 18, his family took him to TayNinhTV General Hospital for examination and was diagnosed with rabies and subsequently transferred to Ho Chi Minh City Tropical Hospital. Later that afternoon, his family requested to bring him home. At around midnight on May 19, the patient died. The second case is Miss MNH, 50 years old, living in Trường Đức Hamlet, Thu Nông Commune, Hoa Thanh Town. Around January 2024, Miss H was bitten by a domestic dog on the left side of her face. Then she went to Hồng Hưng General Hospital for stitches. However, Miss H claimed that the injury was due to a fall and didn't receive a rabies vaccination. On May 20, she experienced vomiting, difficult breathing, and chills. She went to Hồng Hưng General Hospital for a checkup, which included regular blood tests and general ultrasound. Then she go home. At 3 a.m. on May 21st, her family took her to TayNinhTV General Hospital for emergency treatment. Then she was transferred to Ho Chi Minh City Tropical Hospital. The patient tested positive for the rabies virus and died at 10 p.m. the same day. From the beginning of 2024 until now, TayNinhTV has reported 3 deaths due to rabies. To proactively prevent and combat rabies, the Provincial Health Department recommends that people ensure to fully vaccinate their dog and cats and repeat vaccination every year as recommended by the Veterinary Department. Dog owners should keep their pet chained in cage and use muzzle when taking them outside. It is also advised not to play with and tease pets. The Standing Committees of Goyao District People's Council had just held a meeting to agree on the content, program, time, and location of the 8 meetings of the District People's Council, the trial term of 2021 and 2026. At the meeting, delegates approved the time and location of the meeting, taking place on June 27 and 28, 2024, at the hall of Goyao District People's Committee. At this section, delegates will also pass 6 resolutions, including resolution of the 8th section of District People's Council, term of 2021 and 2026, result of monitoring the implementation of land action, land allocation, and land lease, issuing land use rights certificate to household and individual in the district. In 2025, thematic monitoring program of the District People's Council, establishment of the supervision team of the District People's Council on the situation of implementing citizen identification and electronic identification for citizen, registration and residence management for citizen in Goyao District from 2021 to 2025, approving the 2023 local budget settlement, adjusting the medium-term public investment plan for the period of 2021 and 2025. To continue promoting propaganda and implementation of the law on identification, the Provincial People's Committee requests the Provincial Vietnam Violent Front, social political organizations of the province, heads of departments, branches, and chairmen of People's Committees of districts, town, and city to promote propaganda and implementation of the 2023 identification law. It is necessary to deploy to 100% of officials, civil servant workers in agencies, units, and people in the area about necessities and importance of the law on identification for social life, highlighting its new point. Thereby, it will help create a unified and high level of consensus in society for the implementation of the law, mobilize media forces, maximize the efficiencies of basic information system, media channels, website, radio speaker cluster, mobile loudspeaker, and another means of communication to disseminate information to the people in the area. Regularly access and scan the QR code to get information and documents for the propaganda purpose. Encourage officials, civil servant, employees, and people in the area to participate in the contest, learn about Vietnam's law on AD, electronic identification and authentication, organized by the Police Department for Administrative Management Social Order. Turn to other news. On the morning of May 26, in Tân Binh District, the Steering Committee for the Youth Development Program of the Tây Ninh Province had a launching ceremony of the 2024 Summer Youth Volunteer Campaign with the theme Youth for the Community. Attending the ceremony, there were Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Tùng, Secretary of Provincial Youth Union, Deputy Head of Steering Committee for the implementation of the Provincial Youth Development Program.
This year's Summer Youth Volunteer Campaign includes 4 campaigns and 1 program, including Green March, Pink Holiday, Red Poisiana, Green Summer, and Exam Relay Program. At the event, the Steering Committee of Program and Campaigns launched and received the flag with the vibrant spirit full of youthful enthusiasm. Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Tùng raised the flag to commend jobs and launched the campaigns. On this occasion, the program awarded scholarships for exam support, school support, bicycles for disadvantaged students, and savings books for former youth volunteers. In addition, the program also awarded logos of projects and tasks during the commencement ceremony, such as lighting the rim scholarship, exam companion items for students, Vietnam map logo, and 100 gifts. Visual publication promoting the campaign, letting up rural and border patrols, and many other gifts supported by units, businesses, and schools. Total budget for provincial level lottery activities is 690 million Vietnam dong. District level projects and works are over 490 million Vietnam dong.
On the morning of May 26, Hoa Thanh Thao Union, coordinated with the Trung Đông Khmer Youth Union, visited and gave gifts to Phạm Thị Bé and 5 former young volunteers who were old, weak, lonely, and in difficult circumstances living in Trung Đông Khmer. At each place, the delegation gave each family a gift and wished Vietnamese heritage mother Phạm Thị Bé and former youth volunteer a happy, healthy life, always being a right example for their children and grandchildren to follow and strive to emulate learning, work creatively, and contribute to building a more developed homeland.
On the morning of May 26, the Thao Youth Union and the Ho Chi Minh Young Pioneer Organization of Hoa Thanh Thao coordinated with the People's Committee of Trung Đông Khmer and the sponsor to organize the donation of the Red Scarf House to the family of Võ Tấn Tài living in Trung Đức Hamlet. It is known that Võ Tấn Tài is the second-rate student at Nguyễn Viết Xuân Primary School, currently in a difficult housing situation. His father and mother left when he was a little baby and now lives with his grandfather. The house has an area of more than 40 square meters, worth 80 million Vietnam dong, sponsored by TayNinhTV Company Limited, mobilized by the Thao Youth Union and Hoa Thanh Thao Ho Chi Minh Young Pioneer Organization. On this occasion, the Thao Youth Union, Hoa Thanh Thao Ho Chi Minh Young Pioneer Organization, Trường Đông Community Youth Union, and the sponsor also sent Võ Tấn Tài family many gifts.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Office of Southern Representative Agencies, the Association to Support Families of Vietnamese Martyrs in Ho Chi Minh City, had just held the launching ceremony of the Mobilization Committee to install the association in TayNinhTV Province. This is an extended arm for party committee and the government, and this is effective support for the labor, work invalid, and social affairs sector, contributing to better the work of relative and evaluating the pain caused by war, leaving behind and implementing well the principle repaying relative and drinking water, remembering the source of our nation. Lieutenant General Hoàng Khánh Hưng, Chairman of Vietnam Association for the Support Martyrs Family, said nearly 1.2 million martyrs fell in resistance war, with almost 10,000 martyrs from TayNinhTV alone. Up to now, the country still have the identities of 530,000 martyrs remain unknown, and more than 180,000 martyrs still haven't been found. In TayNinhTV Province, there are currently 9 martyr cemeteries, with more than 30,700 martyr graves, of which more than 10,800 graves contain complete information, while the rest lack information or have no information. To meet the expectation of many veteran, comrades, and families of martyrs, the Southern Representative Office of the Vietnam Association for the Support Martyrs Family in Ho Chi Minh City had a launching ceremony of the mobilized committees to install the TayNinhTV Provincial Association for the Support Martyrs Family. The social organization aimed to honor and support martyrs and their families, helping them to assess and well implement the policies of party and the government, collect information to search for the martyrs' remains through the evidence and DNA examination, and contribute to policy research and recommendation to the state management agencies regarding martyrs and their families. TayNinhTV has always excelled in the work of relative and implementation of the drinking water, remembering its source tradition, while implementing the party and the government policies for war invalid and martyrs. Now that there is another association to support martyrs' families, the relative work will certainly be done better. This association will certainly extend the effort of Department of Labor, Invalid and Social Affairs, local authority and TayNinhTV leaders to effectively implement policies. TayNinhTV Provincial Department of Labor, Invalid and Social Affairs has approved the Mobilization Committee to install the Provincial Association for the Support of Martyr Families with the first of 6 members, of which Mr. Lê Thành Nam is the head of the committee. We have assigned our members to actively reach out to the district, town, and city of the province to gather over 50 members. Then we carry out legal procedures and seek approval from the provincial departments to officially install the TayNinhTV Provincial Association for the Support of Martyrs' Family and commence effective operation. I am excited because this association has been established in TayNinhTV Province to launch and regularly put into operation. It will hold significant political meaning in TayNinhTV Province. That means really paying robust attention to the families of martyrs in TayNinhTV Province. The spirit of drinking water, remembering the source, and repaying gratitude is also there. In the coming time, we believe that the Provincial Association for the Support of Martyrs' Family will become a reliable support for martyrs' family and a place of trust for philanthropists, entrepreneurs, and businesses to engage in acts of gratitude, extending the effort of local authority and serving as a visual support for the labor, invalid, and social affairs sector. Dear audience, for many years, Vietnamese culture has become a source of creative inspiration for international friends. On May 24, the Moscow State Linguistic University, Russian and Vietnamese students jointly organized the Vietnam Day program. This is the first year that the program has been held, and this time the scripts were entirely created by Russian students.
The stage at Moscow State Linguistics University today is more exciting than usual. Vietnamese culture was performed smoothly between Vietnamese and Russian students, attracting attention. So that Ms. Irina Greva, principal of Moscow State Linguistics University, calls for Vietnamese students and Russian students studying Vietnamese with the same word, Vietnamese students. Vietnamese students here are students from Vietnam as well as students studying Vietnamese. They have only studied for 1 to 2 years, but have already shown their understanding of Vietnamese style and Vietnamese beauty. And the most important thing to me is that the students are very excited to learn Vietnamese. The Vietnamese legend became the inspiration for Moscow State Linguistic University alumnus Ekaterina Makarova to write the script, stage, and read the lyrics in Vietnamese for the play The Legend of the Sun and the Moon, played by Russian students. Speaking about Vietnamese culture in the simplest way, I like the love for the fatherland of Vietnamese people the most. Secondly, in every Vietnamese folktale, we can find a lesson, a source of inspiration. That's what I really like. After 7 years of enrolling Vietnamese students, Moscow State Linguistic University is now able to be independent in its teacher resources. When graduates return to teach at their own schools, Ms. Raeva also said that the Russian Federation has placed an order to change Vietnamese simultaneous interpretation, which is the most difficult form of interpretation used in important and high-level current events. National support and promising job opportunities are increasingly improving the quality of Vietnamese language training at Moscow State Linguistic University, where Vietnam has become a development direction. Over the past 10 years, our state, along with the entire political system, has stepped in and proposed many solutions to implement the law on tobacco control with many positive results. However, currently we have been bearing the burden of disease and death, leading to serious economic and social consequences due to tobacco use. Alarmingly, tobacco use among teenagers is increasing. It is not difficult to see images of male students smoking at entertainment spots or cafes in Tayninh City, at an age where they like to explore and imitate adults. Some students think that smoking is a way to express themselves and look more stylish and cool.
Trong thuốc lá điện tử có chứa nhiều cái chất độc hại.
There are more toxic substances in e-cigarettes than traditional cigarettes, so these harmful effects are generally irreversible for children of this age. Developing bodies that have the ability to access tobacco at an early age are more susceptible to impacts than adults, so this is also very worrying. Currently, the proportion of male students aged 13 to 15 who smoked before the age of 10 was 17%. In 2022, according to the survey, e-cigarettes used among 13 to 15 years olds will increase to 3.5% compared to 2.6% in 2019. The increase in e-cigarettes use is targeting young people. From there, it shows us the cigarettes are invading and gradually causing serious harm to the health of users, causing changes in mood and can form bad habits. As a young person, I feel that smoking is very harmful. It not only affects the smoker, but also to people around, especially children when inhaling passive smoke. Another statistic, smoking compared to education costs. Smoking is 4 times higher. Educational costs are 3.96. The smoking greatly affects health, from arterial sclerosis, myocardial infarction to lung cancer and many lip and tongue cancers. Smoking is harmful to health, therefore families and organizations also need to be responsible for educating their children, students and young people to avoid letting their children go from trying to becoming addicted to tobacco.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.